Welcome, everybody, to the Joyful Finding Show this beautiful March 22nd of 2024. Woo! What a time we're having right now. Hi, you guys. I see there's a bunch of you out there already. Hello. Thank you for being here. I feel like today is very significant in a lot of reasons, and I'm not even sure why yet. I didn't start to feel this way until I just popped on here right now. But I feel like a lot of things are really starting to line up a lot, and stay out of fear as things fall into line, because I think that's why everyone's falling into place exactly where they need to go, whether you're moving or you feel like you need to move or be in a different location or whatever that might be for you. Yeah, there's a lot of energy coming in too, guys. You guys are bringing in a lot of energy. Don't bring it into the throat chakra. Kick that to the curb. No throat chakra issues this evening. No issues in any parts of your body. Release it all. You're a free little spirit. You're God's little shining light. Nothing can dim you down. You're just feeling all energized and alive and connected to source. Connect. Super duper important. The better the connection, the more at peace you'll be. So if you're not in connection, you have to see what you can change to be in that connection. Okay, you guys? I'm going to say, man, you guys are bringing that throat stuff in again. I got my blue going on. All right. Hello, Lanka. I see you're out there. And Robert. Hello, Robert. And thank you for your donation, mister. That was awfully sweet of you. You're number one this evening. Linnell, you're on your final drive. Drive on, girl. Woo-hoo. Final destination. Home for a while. Woo. Putting down some roots. Roots. All right. Who else is out here? I think that's it so far. And if you're out there and you haven't said hello, say hello, because that's all I see so far. All right. So I'm glad you're here. Oh, Ruth is out there now. Thank you. Thank you, Ruth, for being here. So I'm glad you guys are all tapping in this evening, being a part of this show, being a part of this time and this space. And this time on this earth. Sometimes it can be a little exhausting. Sometimes it can feel a little boring. Sometimes you feel like you're on the total roller coaster. But I feel like everything that's been going on and everything that we've been through in this lifetime, there's finally a light at the end of the tunnel, you guys. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. We've been traveling down this tunnel for a long time. There's light. We're going to break through. We're going to see daylight. And everybody's on the train together, right? Because I feel like we're on a train. That's what I'm talking about. Train. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. And we're on a train. Trains. But anyways, you guys get that? Hello. Today is a 17 day. Oh, yay. Today is a 17 day. Hello, dear. Glad you're here, too. Glad you guys are popping in. And Marsha Morris is out there. Hello, Marsha Morris. Glad you're here as well. Yeah, so I see this, like, we've all been, like, traveling for a really, really long time in the dark, right? Because I feel like we've been in the dark. Oh, we haven't seen anything, right? So we've been in this really long tunnel, right? In this dark tunnel, and we've all been on this train, so we've all seen and experienced the same blackout, so to speak. But now we're so excited. It's like seeing the sunrise, right? It's like seeing the sunrise. There's going to be a new day. There's a new day coming. But you have to clear yourself and allow yourself to come out of that darkness, if that makes sense, right? Because it was done to a lot of us on purpose for many different reasons. But now the light is shining brightly. And each one of you are like the lighthouses, right? Because each time that you remember something that ignites and it resonates with you, it's kind of like this lighting up, right? This truth is just lighting up. And then it's like, ding, you're like this beautiful lighthouse, that's helping share your information with others and many, 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 many others. Because even if they don't approach you, your light is being able to be seen. So I feel like that's why some of you are being, have been traveling as of lately, maybe, or your light is being needed to be shifted around a little bit. Some of you might be feeling a little stagnant and it's time to move. It's going to be time. I feel like many of you are going to be on the move pretty soon. So there's going to be movement. There's going to be a lot. And we just lost me. No, I'm back. That was weird. Anyways, I'm still here. Yay! The internet's been a little spotty here, you guys, so we'll just roll with it. Where was I? See, the internet just popped off there for a second and totally took me out of space there for a minute. But anyways, we'll just pop back in and we just see where we go. That's that. We just roll with it. So I've noticed more people have been talking about not knowing what day it is or feeling like it's a totally different day than the day that it actually is, even if they remind themselves on many different times that it's not that day. So yeah, say movement and freeze up. Yeah, I see that. See movement and then it freeze up. Thank you, Marsha, for paying attention to that. But many of us, but now there's going to be so much movement. They can freeze us all they want. It's not going to matter. We're just going to keep moving. We're like little bulldozers now. Woo, we're getting ready to recreate some stuff. And that's from the ground up, right? Because we have a lot of things to change. But anyways, it's going to be great change, right? It's something we've been asking for. It's something that we came to this earth to be a part of, right? It's something we came here. And I feel like many of you feel that pretty deeply. And I feel like you guys have been looking for your purpose, right? There's many of you that have been looking for whatever that purpose is that you feel like you're supposed to be doing. You're doing it every moment, every day. It's getting you closer and closer to what it may be. It's just you keep being you in the moment every day and keep moving yourself forward into whatever that is. Okay, because it slowly evolves in front of you. I don't know. All right. You guys out there with the little throat chakra stuff again, you need to stop it. You need to open up that stuff. Barbara, thank you for your Venmo. You're number 2. You're the best. All right. So clearing out all that energy, especially in that throat chakra, because we seem to still be dealing with that. I feel like we've been dealing with this for at least a good year, where it just kind of shows up. It's a lot better than it was before, because before it would feel like it was choking me or whatever. Now it's just allergies, it's a little irritation, you know what I mean? So that means you've done a lot of the work already, so you can free yourselves. Really, use your mind and your intentions about freeing yourself from whatever it is you feel like you're encapsulated in. Okay, you have to use your mind and create the words to create the positivity that you kind of need going on in your life right now. Man, I hope that makes sense. Cough drop started working. All right, good, Linnell. Good. If you got a little And there's a lot of pollen. I've been feeling like, at least there is here in Sarasota this year. There's a lot of pollen. We're having rain today though, so it's a little damp today, but at least it's washing some of the pollen away because a lot of people have been sneezing, pollen. But pollen is good because spring is about renewal, right? We talked about this. We're getting ready to come into, we just got into spring. We're getting ready to go into Easter next weekend, you know, so it's like all this energy is really, the words I'm getting are awakening the Christ consciousness in many more people so that they're connected more to source, right? I feel like there's like this whirling energy going on. You know what I'm sorry, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a little little whirlwind of color. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. That's all I could describe. But just imagine it being all like swirled around you. You guys, your auras, work on your auras. I think you guys need to cleanse the energy that's going on around you. So like when you're in the shower, just imagine it's all washing, all the nasty energies just washing right off you in the shower. It's going down into Mother Earth to be recycled. It's nothing that you need anymore. You know, you're your lightest and brightest, you know what I mean? Or whatever meditation you need to use for yourself to really cleanse your energy, your aura. Use Reiki or see somebody for a session, whatever might work for you. Everyone's going to be a little different. But cleansing that energy, playing your little singing bowls or whatever you might have just to change up that frequency, energy of yourself. Maybe get a massage with someone that may do some of those things for you. You know, just really, I feel like everyone needs to be like in tune with their energy. So I feel like there's like, I wish I had the little things for my little drum because they've been missing for a while. Someone hid them on me. I got a jokester around here. But anyways, tapping into that healing energy frequency, knowing that you can call that healing in to your body, going into those places that you may feel discomfort, asking it to release the pain, whatever it might be. You guys need to learn how to talk and communicate with your body, your energy. Yeah, and especially your energy, because your energy is like huge, right? So I wish I had words to explain more of that, but I do not. I do not. Have a good night, Richard. Have a good night. Hello, Annabeth. Nice to see ya. Nice to see ya. Glad you guys are here this evening. All right, what else am I feeling for y'all? Because there's a lot of energies swirling around. Again, remember, clearing your aura. Remember in your shower, wash it all down. You're completely recycled. You're like re-energized. You're relit. You know, there's no space dust hanging out in your energy field. And if there are people that show up within your energy field, right? And I always say our energy field is at least 6 feet. So that's why I always say put up the bubble. You know, it's like our 6 feet is out and people can see in and people can see out, whatever we need to do, but we don't have to take in any more of that negative energy, okay? And there's a lot of stuff being slung around right now. And there's a lot of things that hurt the soul a little bit to see. So you might want to use a little bit of protection for that as well. And it's funny because as I say that, my hands are on fire as I have them out like this. So you guys practice putting up your little energy bubbles, your protection of God, your armor of God, whatever it is you want to call it, your pillar of light, clearing your aura, not holding on to anyone else's thoughts, feelings, whatever. Even if they direct things at you, don't react. Think about it first before you say something that you might or shouldn't say. You know what I mean? I'll just be aware of all the things that are kind of taking place in every parts of your life, okay? Because there's a lot of stuff going on. I feel like I feel like I'm in space now, and there's like all these, like, I'm trying to fly through space, and there's all this junk, you know what I mean? And I'm having to fly around it. So I feel like you guys have to be careful of where your direction is going, because there's obstacles in the way, but they will not hurt you as long as you stay on the journey. That's your path. Okay. I don't know who needed to hear that, but someone's been off their path or something lately. But anyways, you're going to feel it. You have to honor what you're feeling. Okay. That's about tapping into that energy. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, all right, what's the energy behind all that? Why am I feeling that about that person? And as I'm saying this, I'm getting all tense in the third eye again, you guys. You guys got to release these energies that you got going on. Woo, you got to let it go. Be able to see the bigger picture. Don't block yourself from seeing anything anymore. Okay? See it, acknowledge it, be the observer, carry on. Okay, some things you can change, some things you can't, but you can only change what you have going on in your own personal life. Okay, that's the only things that you can change in this particular moment. So just be mindful of those things. Just be mindful of those things. Does this bring up any questions, thoughts, or feelings that anyone might be having this evening? I love that you guys are all so friendly. Anyone else pop in this evening that I might have popped by? Dia is out there. I think I said that. All right, I think I got y'all. If you're out there, say hello. Annabeth came in. Hello, dear. All right. I think I got you all written down. Whoever's out there right now. My darlings. My darlings. Hey, Stacy. How are you this evening? Glad you guys are here. Again, we all have to clear out. Okay. So I want you guys to see yourself as... Okay, I want you guys to see yourself as a beautiful glass of water. I don't know why, but glass of water. I want you guys to see yourself as this beautiful glass of water. And you're a tall glass. You're at least, a 16-ounce glass, okay, of this clear, crystalline water, okay? This is how clear your energy is. So imagine yourself washing it all off, and you are crystal clear, kind of like a clear quartz. See yourself kind of like a clear quartz, glass of water, clear quartz. Where is all this stuff coming from this evening? Hello, Catherine. So glad you could be here as well. But anyway, see yourself as this beautiful crystal, clear energy, conduit, creator, and not holding on to anything that may have happened 5 minutes ago, 5 years ago, 50 years ago. It doesn't matter. We're in the now. We're crystal clear, and we're ready to move forward, okay? We're ready to move forward. And that way you don't have any of those chakras being out of balance. You can speak your truth. You can see clearly. You can have all the feelings that you need to have. You can be grounded, and you can still be connected. You can have all. You can have it all. But you have to connect in to have it all. Okay, darlings? Okay. That's what I'm hearing for you all this evening. Then again, no one's brought up any questions or anything this evening. You guys experienced anything? What's going on? Is there anything that you guys want to know in your messages this evening? Like, is there a specific question you might have that you want answered, or some kind of whatever it might be? Whatever it might be. I'm here. I'm open to whatever you've got. If not, I'll do what I normally do and just tap in and see what you got going on. Oh, that's funny. But it's still weird to me that I can do this. It really just is. But God has called us to do his work in many different ways, right? We all have abilities of some kind of passion that we're here to do, whether it's the job that we love, which could be creating of any sorts, right? Or maybe you like being the personal assistant and being organized for somebody else and keeping them on track. Whatever it is that your passion is, right? Maybe it's a house cleaner and you love keeping people's houses clean. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. If you have a passion for it, then do that. Okay. Create out of that, because then you can start to create so much more in your life when you are in control. Okay. So I just want to throw that out there too. So I guess there's people out there that might want to change jobs or something, or create something new for themselves or whatever. But I'll tell you, the energy is changing. Anna says, I feel like I'm at a crossroads in life. Everything is up in the air. All right, Anna, when I get to messages, I'm going to answer that for you. I like crossroads because everything, everything up in the air. This is okay. So before I even get to messages, this is something. She just brought up something for me that I always used to say. And I remember this analogy very well. And I haven't used this one in a very long time. But you guys, I want you to imagine everything. And this goes for everybody right now. That right now, everything that you love has been put on the kitchen table. Okay. And it doesn't matter how big it is. We've miniaturized it to fit on this kitchen table. Okay. Because our imagination, we can make things happen. Okay. So I want you guys to imagine everything that you cared about or think you care about or whatever it is. I want you to put it on this kitchen table. Okay. I want you to put it on the kitchen table. All right. No, we're going to make the table a little bit bigger. This is a dining room table, okay? And it's a long one. So you can put as much stuff on this thing as you want, okay? So I want you guys to imagine you've put all this stuff on this dining room table. And you've taken the beautiful tablecloth that's up there and you just whipped everything up in the sky. Everything's just floating around now. Nothing's falling and breaking because we don't want to hurt anything. But I want you to know that everything is now just scattered all around you. And if you had to pick the most 5 important things that are floating out around you, I want you to pull those into your space. Okay. And then I want you to prioritize what those are, because a lot of times the stuff that you have on this kitchen table or this dining room table is stuff that doesn't even belong to you. Okay, so I just want you to recognize what's yours and what's not yours and what's truly important now in this moment. And nothing is ever gone forever, but is important in this moment about moving forward. So I just want to throw that out there. I think people are getting ready to make some serious changes. Anna, I will definitely get back to that message after we get going. Definitely. But we all have to kind of like throw everything up in the air. What is it that's truly important to us? And sometimes we have to let the rest go. Let it just float away. Just let it float away. And this can be people, places, and things. All right. All right. Catherine would like to know about a relationship, or if your relationship will evolve with Eric. All right. So these are some great questions, you guys. Great questions. I have first 2 donations. So you guys, I got Robert. And then I have Barbara, and then I'll carry on from there. But you guys are welcome to donate through Super Chats, through Rumble Rants. If you guys are on Facebook or watching over on X, you guys are more than welcome to use my Venmo. And I appreciate those. They're not necessary, but they are appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we're just going to jump into a few messages, and then we'll have a word from my sponsor. All right, so I got my first 2 donations, and then we'll probably do my sponsor, and then we'll carry on with the rest of the evening. And since I had the questions, we're going to go Anna, and then we're going to go Catherine after that. So just so everyone knows where we're at, and I don't feel like I'm forgetting anybody. Got it? Got it. Okay, perfect. So, Mr. Robert Myers, what's shaking in your world today? trucking. I don't know what you do for a living, but why do I feel like I'm trucking? Like, why do I feel like I'm in a big truck? I feel like I either an 18-wheeler, I might be hauling something. Or maybe that's what you want to do if you're not doing it already. I feel like there's something that needs to be traveling, because I'm traveling. You're doing a lot of things behind the wheel. Okay, so there's a lot of things that you have going on all at once with this information that just flowed to me right now, Robert. So the big trucks are telling you something about to move, and it's going to be very big, right? Because this is not going to be a small move, whatever it is, because that's why they're showing me an 18-wheeler, not just like a truck or a van. You know what I mean? It's like straight up big truck, and it's a nice one because it has a sleeper cab and all that. It's like super nice. But so there must be something in delivery. So there's something that you are going to be delivered, and I feel like it's going to be very big. Okay, so they're wanting you to keep your options open and stop saying no in your own mind. You're not saying it out loud, you're saying it to yourself. So whatever you're saying no to yourself about, you're supposed to be saying yes. So they want you to kind of step into that yes mode and change up your thought process. But you have a big delivery that's coming, so I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you, Robert. All right, and then Miss Barbara in beautiful North Carolina. What are you got going on today, darling? Barbara. All right, Barbara. Remember your protection. Okay, and also you're doing much better about your timing. You're at least recognizing it, so you're changing that up a little bit. I also feel like there's some kind of travel coming up for you, like your light is needed somewhere, so you're going to be on a plane. I also feel like you're going to be like going somewhere where you're going to drive. So I feel like you're going to drive somewhere. I feel like there's like two different destinations that are coming up for you. One flying, one driving, one not so far, one farther. Also more friends. I feel like you're making more friends. I feel like things are kind of like starting to click in with yourself or click in with the people that are around you or something like that is what I'm getting. So they're kind of like, they're showing me like this connection. So everything kind of like clicks in. So it's kind of like I have I don't even know what I had just had. But anyways, it was making a connection. So I want you to feel into that connection that you have going on. Spirit is also talking to you. Automatic writing is super duper important for you right now because there's a lot of messages that need to flow through you that you absolutely understand in the English language. So I feel like you're going to sit down and write. I feel like you have a little porch or something where you can sit in the sun because I'm seeing sun. I'm feeling like I have a cup of tea or coffee or something. And I'm just sitting and I'm like, meditating and writing. So I'm getting that for you, Miss Barbara. I'm going to leave that with you. And now this is beautiful time to have a word from my sponsor, beautiful Marsha Morris. So if you guys are interested in Feng Shui My Space is the lady to call. Marsha Morris is that lady. If you guys want to change up the energy in your house, your office, wherever it may be, maybe you want to give it as a gift for someone else that you may feel needs to change the energy in their house, this would be the perfect gift. Give Marsha a check it out. Check it out, guys. Awesome. Thank you. And check out fengshuimyspace.com because that's where you're going to find Marsha's information. And thank you, Marsha, for being a sponsor to our show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I'm bringing in all that heat. Boop, boop, boop. Awesome stuff. All right. So, Annabeth, I'm going to do you, and then I'm going to do Catherine, and then we're going to carry on with the messages after that. Hold on. The video played. Oh, the wrong video played. I didn't even notice. How bad is that? I was looking down at my paper. Awesome. Like I said, check out fengshuimyspace.com. Woo woo. That's awesome. And oops, sometimes that happens. So you guys got 2 little shows there. So, all right, now we're going to tap into Annabeth and then Catherine, and then we're going to cruise on from there. All right. Annabeth says she is at a crossroads. Let's see where you're at. All right. I see. What is it that you're not seeing, though? That's the word I'm getting for you. See. Okay, so you are being way too hard on yourself about the decisions that you're trying to make. You need to honor yourself and make these decisions not out of fear, but out of love. Because you're letting fear be like this, I'm going to call it the little devil on the shoulder, right? And you need to be totally open to what is coming up. So it may feel like things are up in the air, but they're all going to land just right. And you're going to be able to see. And you're going to let yourself expand through this, if that makes sense. Because there's a lot of energy that's coming from you, through you, around you. And I also feel like you have 4 different choices that's coming up. So it's more like, you know, that fork is not just a split. It's like a real fork. It has 4 tongs. So it's like you have some options that are in front of you, but you have to choose which option. And when you're choosing, right, I'm getting that's the hardest point, is when you're choosing, you can't choose the way you have in the past. You have to choose totally different this time for a different outcome, if that makes sense. So I want you just to think about that as you move forward. So I'm going to leave that with you, Anna. Thank you very much. All right. And Catherine asked about something about her relationship with Eric. All right. Catherine wants to know if her relationship with Eric will evolve. Catherine. All right, Catherine, you're open to it. He's open to it. I feel like there is a possibility, but there has to be a way of better communication. Somehow the barrier needs to be broken in communication. I don't know what that means for you, or if you guys don't communicate enough or whatever it might be, but I feel like there's some kind of limitation in the communication. Because I feel like, but other than that, I feel like he's a nice guy, you know, I feel like, you know, but you have to decide if that's what you truly want in your life, right? Because I feel like you still have choices too. You know what I'm saying? So, Catherine, I feel like you have, See, you're thinking about this too hard sometimes. Just go with the flow. Go easy. Just go with the flow. Okay. They're wanting you to relax into all of this. But I feel like communication is truly going to be the key to this relationship. Being completely authentic and realistic about your communication, about how you think and feel for real. So I'm going to leave that with you, Catherine. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. All right, Annabeth gave me a little heart. Thank you, Annabeth. All right, let's see who else is out there. I wrote your all names down, so I'm just gonna pick somebody at random now. Let's see. Who should I pick? I should get the little spinny wheel and start adding you guys and be like, it'll be the spin of the wheel this evening. You know, we'll call it like the Melissa lottery, even though y'all get a prize because y'all get a message anyway. So, all right, let's see who I'll choose next. Richard, I'll choose Richard, even though he's gone off to work. Woo-hoo. All right, Catherine says thank you. Yay, you're welcome. All right, so I'll choose Richard because he'll be back later. Richard, I feel like there's some singing gigs or something going on, or you're singing because I feel like there's an echo. So, I feel like this is so weird because I just saw this just now, Richard. I could see you doing some entertaining at like some like senior centers or nursing homes, things of that sort, you know what I mean? Bringing light to everyday people. So I just want to throw that out there. I just got that. So you could probably make that a new job if you wanted to, if you wanted to start working daytimes, because you have enough talents that you could work up some things and work them out with everybody. So I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you, Richard. All right. All right. Let's see. Ruth says she wants a message. All right, Ruth. Marcia says she wants a message. Okay, Marcia. Robert, didn't I give you a message already at the beginning? I gave you messages before we had my commercial. I'm pretty sure I did Robert and Barbara first. Thank you, Robert. I already did. All right, and then I have a few more out there that want some too. All right, so then we have Ruth Saltman. Let's see what's shaking in your world. Da-da. I feel like you remember, I feel like I've been zapped, you know what I mean? And like by a lot of energy, but not in a bad way. I feel like I've just been really newly energized of some sort. So I also feel like you're going through a purge still of some sort of purge, but also like a new beginning at the same time. So it's kind of like you're like back and forth, back and forth. I almost feel like there's a tennis match going on there. But anyways, that's something you've been tossing around. There's a new thought or something you want to create for yourself, or maybe put yourself out there in a new way or with new peoples. But I feel like there's something that's getting ready to shift for you. And it's funny because, again, I haven't said this one in a while either. You know those old school puzzles? I know you guys remember the little square, and they would have the little pieces that you would move around so you could make it look like a picture, like a wooden truck or whatever it might have been or whatever. But I feel like you're moving things around so you get everything so it's lined up just right, Ruth. So just stay on the path that you're on. It's going to be fabulous. Fabulous. All right, Ruth is done. And next is going to be Marcia because she asked. All right, Marcia. Water. You're feeling emotions. Maybe it's all the rain that we've had today. But I'm feeling water, like clearing emotions, just letting it all go. Like I talked about earlier, when you're in the shower, clearing that aura. I feel like that's been super duper important for you because I feel like you're around a lot of people and sometimes they could be a little icky or negative. So just remembering when you're showering, you're clearing off that aura, you're standing in your highest vibration. You really have nothing to worry about because everything's going to fall into place for you too. You kind of get caught in your mind a little bit, and they're just saying to let that go. Because it just creates chaos that doesn't need to be there. You need to be at peace, and then everything falls into place. So I'm going to leave that with you, Marcia. Thank you. All right. So I got Marsha. And then I have Lanka, Dia, and Stacy. And if there's anybody else out there, oh, I think Linnell was out there too. Linnell, I'm writing your name down, girl, because I think you're out there listening while you're cruising around. All right, so we're going to go to Lanka, Dia, Stacy, and then Linnell. Woo! You're welcome, Marsha. All right, Lanka. It's funny because Lanka, when I wrote your name over there on my little list, you have a little heart next to it. So I feel like this is to go along with the message that you got from last night from Carol Ann. Like you're going to be open to more love this year. Because I feel like you're going to create time for it. But not only that, I think everyone's really starting to fall into the right place so that everybody finds who they're supposed to be finding. I feel like the energy's been so static, right? It's just like you had the conversation with him, right? It's like you can talk to the higher self of anyone that you need to or want to, right? If you guys allow yourselves. Now it's just getting the higher selves to bring those connections here into the physical, right? Because I used to do that with the guy that I'm with now. He used to drive truck for a company. And I would sit myself in the truck next to him and I'd be like, hey, let's have a conversation with his higher self, you know? So you could do it in any different way that you want to, however you want to have that conversation, but you can have conversations with the higher self. So I'm getting that for you, Lanka, that conversation, but it's coming together for you. There's also they keep saying great change is coming. So, and I feel like this has to do with work, but I also has to do with relationship, friendship, just creating more. You need more creativity. We know you've been overworked all winter, and now it's time for you to step in and be like your creative mode when you finally decompress. There's going to be a new movement and maybe there'll be a new business involved with that. So I'm going to leave that with you, Lanka. So thank you for being here, dear. Thank you. And hopefully I didn't miss anyone. Ruth says, great message, Melissa. Thank you. Love and appreciate you and all you do. I thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks, Melissa, for the message. I dozed off for a bit. You dozed off for a bit. You're tired. I understand, though, because sometimes I tap into Goldylocks shows and I think I'm going to watch it and I fall asleep. And I'm like, man, it's over. Okay. But anyways, I totally understand. The energy feels really good and you need the sleep. So sleep it off, Robert. Sleep it off. All right. Now, next is Dia. Let's see what time I got. Dia. You're riding around on a big cloud. And it has a steering wheel. Like you can kind of like maneuver it. I feel like this is, I don't know what this means. So yeah, but anyways, I'm seeing you on this really big cloud and it's being able to be maneuvered through the sky and wherever you want to go. And I feel like you're here, there, and everywhere. And I feel like it's like your own little spaceship because you just like zing, zing, in all these different places and directions and wow. Okay. So everything that you've been doing is kind of like what you kind of said, because I just saw with you zinging here, there. It's kind of like weaving this fabric. Okay. It's kind of like putting the pieces back together or bringing threads. They're saying thread. So I don't know what thread means for you in this moment, but bringing all the threads back together. And they say, I'm going to leave that with you, because you'll know what to do with that. Oh, Lanka says, please and thank you. You're welcome, love. Thank you. And Dia, you get lots of messages all day long. You're like getting like you are in tune. They just want you to know that. I'm gonna leave that with you. In tune, like whoop whoop whoop. You're like in tune. All right, I got Dia. All right, and then we got Stacy. All right, let's see what's going on in Stacy's world this week. What's going on? All right. some me time, some self-care. That would be good. I'm seeing you in your own little bubble bath, but in your own bubble, also cleaning off your aura. I don't know if you've been around some negative people this week, but they need to let their stuff go. You don't need to hold on to it. Some of it may have been directed at you, but you can let it go. It wasn't really meant for you. You were just kind of like you were there. But now it's about clearing all that off about now. But I feel like you want to create some new things. Like I feel like there's stairs, and I feel like I want to create something, and I'm going in the upward motion. So where is that taking you? It's like you're getting ready to create something new, and it's like getting up those stairs. Like you're in the upward direction of whatever it is that you're creating. Also, your spiritual abilities, they're telling you that you need to start using your abilities more. So I don't know if you're not utilizing them enough to help the public or what it might be. I don't know. I feel like we're supposed to talk about this outside of this show, but I feel like there's supposed to be something that you're supposed to be doing, something you're creating to take it to the next level. Okay, whatever that might be. There's a new level. So be open to the new level. And as soon as I said that, you were like, okay, I think I can do that. Okay. So you're having like this conversation with yourself already, I feel like, but it's like whatever it is that you're going to do to take it to the next level. So I'm going to leave that with you, Stacey. And have no fear. You'll be supported. You'll be supported. All right, we got Stacey, and now we got Linnell. Linnell's driving to Coeur d'Alene for her to put down some roots. It's so funny because there's all these like I feel like all these energy things are coming for you too right now, Linnell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I guess this is a big change for you. But it's like you are doing this for you and what you want to do. Like you're finally making these choices because it's something that you feel deeply that it's something that you want to do in this very moment. So I'm feeling like this is going to be good for you. And I feel like this is going to be good for the family too. I feel like it's going to bring everybody closer together. Also, you're going to be able to set up some kind of practice of some sort. Like I feel like you want to create a job for yourself there, create some kind of business or something like that. So do that, whatever that is, Linnell. That's what I'm getting for you, dear. Enjoy because they're happy that you're going. And there is a little baby. I know you're going there because it's a baby, and I don't know if it's a boy, but I'm getting a baby boy around you right now. So, can someone confirm if her new grandson's a boy? I'm so bad if they're boys or girls, but I'm getting a little boy around you. And if it's not a boy, there's one coming. There might be another one on the way. But anyways, that's what I'm getting for you, Linnell. All right, did I miss any of you darlings out there at all in joyful findings land? I can't even speak this evening. All right. I got you all. Fabulous. See? I told you everybody wins a message. Everybody wins a message. All right. And don't be shy if you guys are watching over there on X or even on Rumble or wherever you might be. Say hello. Introduce yourself. Just say, hey, my name's so-and-so. I'd love a message. Woo! All right. So, I want you guys to know. What is it I want you guys to know? Okay, so we are in these major shifts right now, these energy shifts. Yes, Linnell grandchild so far it's a boy. Yay! Okay, good, because I kept seeing a little boy, and he just smiles and giggles at me. He's got such a light spirit. He's so cute. I want to pick him up and hold him, pinch his little cheeks. But anyways, he's got great energy. The little boy's got great energy. Now, where was I going with all that? Okay, so we are all like creating all this beautiful change. Woo! And with all this change, it's going to be, what do I want to say? I don't even know where I was going to go with all that. So we'll see what else comes up. It's going to take a different path now. But time is definitely shifting, changing fast, right? They're all freaked out. Yeah, let's talk about that for a hot minute because I don't know. Okay, so you guys, how messed up is all of this stuff that they're bringing up about the eclipse on April 8th? Okay. I mean, I just saw today that they are even canceling school in like Maine or something like that. And I'm just like, why are they going to this lengths? We've had these before, people. We've had eclipses before. I remember being in grade school back in the day, and we made our little glasses, right, with the little pinhole in it, and looked up at the sky. Okay, so what is this all about? I don't know, but I say have no fear because God is with us. God wins. God has already won. Now it's just playing out in earth time. And a lot of you experience this in your dream time. You already know this. But knowing it in your reality sometimes is harder because we have all the reality stuff that's being thrown at us, which is also part of the matrix, right? Because it's all part of the box that we've been stuck in for a long time. Like the fishbowl, I like to call it, right? Since Earth is round and everybody's outside looking at us, go, what are they doing now? You know, they're just watching us. Sometimes they're laughing at us and sometimes they're shaking their head, you know, and going, yeah, that's not what we told them to do. But again, we have free will while we're here and we've made a lot of wrong choices, but now we're making a lot of the right choices. And we're definitely getting more connected in with God, which is super duper important for a lot of us right now. And sometimes it's been that search for that missing link, right? For me, like I even go back to it, like even after, you know, I call myself a recovering Catholic after I left church at 13. I was like, you know, that's just not my God that they're talking about. That's not who I know God to be, right? And it really made me like really question a lot of things. So I went a long time and I was kept looking for God, like, and I would keep going to like, you know, I went a long time. I'm gonna say up into my at least my early 40s when I started to look for a church. You know, I was like, I kept looking for God in a church. I felt like I needed to find God in a church. Even though that the one time God talked to me, it was in my middle of my car driving down a road. It wasn't in a church. Okay, but I felt like that's where I had to go. But no, it's really about you finding your connection to source, to God. What is your connection, right? What is your truth? Maybe some of it's for you, it's through the Bible. You know, when that's fine and good, there's a lot of good information in there. A lot of it's playing out in a lot of different ways. It depends on how you read it and how you decipher it. But a lot of us are finding that connection, you know, to Christ, to God in many different ways. And I feel like a lot of people now are pulling all those. And that's funny because I'm going to use the word threads now. But I don't know why, but they're pulling all these threads, and I feel like this is us. I'm gonna make a little smiley face, but pulling in all these threads from source, right? All these energy sources, all these threads, all these different connections is the words I'm getting right now. So you guys are and again, like it's like the sun throwing out a solar flare, the sun doing this, the energy of everything. I want you to pay attention to energy of everything. Your energy, their energy, everything that you've been tapping into. Feel into all of it. Feel into all of it, my friends. Very, very important. Because change is coming. I feel like it's very okay. So we're in our lazy river that I talk about, right? That you guys are feeling at peace and you're trusting the water because that water that's moving us is God, right? So we're trusting it. So it doesn't matter if we go to a waterfall and we're ready to fall off. We are going to trust and we are going to land just fine. And it's all going to be fine. It's all going to be good. Trust in your faith in source God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Aryan, I think that's how you say it. How my relationship with my wife will be in the future. Do you have a wife right now? Because if it's not okay now, it won't be hard to tell you what's going to happen in the future. So, are you personally married right now? He's over on Facebook, you guys watching the chat. Oh, you're welcome, Dia. You're welcome. Yes, I do. All right. So you do have a wife now. And how is it going to be in the future? Want to find out how it is right now? We should probably do that first. Aryan, I hope I said your name right. How is your relationship with your wife? Is it good? It's good. I feel like right now everything is good. If you guys want everything to continue well into the future, I feel like there are some things that need to be discussed or maybe changed or shifted. They could be work schedules or whatever. I think there's a few things that make you unhappy. There's a few things that make her unhappy, but overall they can be adjusted and fixed. So it's really going to depend on how much you guys want to bend for each other. Oh, she's left you for a few months. Yeah, there's a few things she didn't like. So yeah, there's things that you guys really need to discuss and work out and change, and you really need to listen, and she really needs to listen. So whether you can make that happen or not is totally going to depend on the things that you guys have to discuss that you don't like about each other. So I'm going to send a lot of love so that everything works out for the best for you. But again, choices need to be made and things need to be discussed. So I'm going to leave that with you, Aryan. Thank you. Yeah, there's definitely things to discuss. I feel like there's hasn't been listening. No one there's hasn't been listening. And that can be on both sides. Like you don't hear each other. So there needs to be some good discussions. Yes. All right. Let's see. We only have a few minutes left, my friends. It's been a joy for you guys to be here on this beautiful March 22nd of 2024. And as Delia kindly pointed out, it's a 17 day, which is also an 8. And that reminds me, because I was thinking about it today, because when we bring our single digits down or double digits down to a single digit and what it turns out to be, it's going to be quite an adventure, because next weekend is my birthday and my year will actually equal an 8, which will be kind of cool because I think we're in an 8 year right now, right? So it's kind of like interesting. But it just brought up a lot of things. So I want you guys to really pay attention to things that kind of like show up for you, that you might think about, that you haven't thought about in a long time, and all that stuff. And just kind of like, see what messages are showing up for you, because you're being communicated to on so many different levels. And it could be everything that shows up in front of you that day. Look at it, read into it. What does it mean for you in that moment? Because it's helping you unlock more. It's helping you unlock more of the information that you have locked up inside of you. Remember all those keys? What did I do with all those keys? I'm going to break them out again. All these keys right here, my friends, and they want me to use the big key, the big skeleton key, so you guys can see it. See this big key? This is to unlock you. Unlock you. And you have all these other little doors that have been unlocked already. There's one left. There's one left. You guys are ready to unlock it all right now. It's time for you to stand in your power and your truth, your authenticity. I can never say that word correctly sometimes, but it's time for you to stand in what your truth is. Okay? And it doesn't matter what's happening on the outside. You stay in that little tower that I talked about that goes straight to God, and nothing can touch you. You are in this beautiful bubble. You're protected. Your armor of God is on, and you are ready. You are ready to take on anything that comes your way. You guys are amazing beings of light. God created each and every one of you to be exactly who you are. And He loves you. He loves all of us. And this is going to be a great world we have ahead of us. And I look forward to seeing you next Friday night, guys. Love you. Bye.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.